Hello and good evening. I hope you can hear me. I really do. I want to revisit the Hydra in the salt mine of Romania. For those who may not have seen that or heard about it before, I don't think it's too premature to think or to even say that there is life inside the salt mines around the world. I do not think it's premature at all. In fact, I think it's very real. I think it's highly likely that there are other life forms. Hello there, Apple Brooks, honey. Hello there, Christine. You all can see me, can you? I hope this music is kind of fitting you all. We haven't seen this before, and I've been busy all day long. That's why you haven't seen me on here. A lot of stuff to do. But I wanted to revisit the salt mines in Romania. The one particular one that they at first took down the webcam, and then they changed the format in which we could view it. We no longer could get the documentation that we had got. Yes, Louie, honey. No, this is really true. There is, this is me. Okay, this is my scientific theory, an opinion. This is my hypothesis. I think there is a Hydra living in the salt mines of Romania. And not just Romania. If they're in one salt mine, they're in another salt mine, you all. They really are. Let me put this down like this, if this is okay. We had to be on to something because let me just show you the screen. Look at our chat rate. We got all these people in here, 90 people. We got a chat rate of 2, and we only have 8 concurrent viewers, you all. What do you think about that? Yes, we see it. We see what's happening. Y'all, let me see if I refresh this and what happens on my end. Ooh, I don't know. Oh, we got no data. You all messed it up. Boom. Now we got a little bit of chat rate. You all, I'm sorry. I had to do a little refresh on here. That's okay. Yes, we got it going on. So the salt mines of Romania. I went to take you all here, and I was playing this music because I thought it was quite fitting for the salt mines. Just you all, let's visit over here because we can come over here. Look at this. This is where we went. Salina Turda is a salt mine. Let me turn this down. Salina Turda. Okay, let me make sure you can get this on me. Thank you for coming in here. Really, thank you. I tried not to be on here too long. Okay, I'll try not to. Let's come over here. So, Salina Turda is a salt mine in Durga Vela Sarata area of Turda, or Turda, the second largest city in Cluj County, northwest Romania. Opened for tourists in 1992, the Salina Turda mine was visited by about 618,000 Romanian and foreign tourists in 2017. It was ranked in 2013 by Business Insider as among the 25 hidden gems around the world. So let's get an image of it. So this is the salt mine. This is where we documented the Hydra. Okay, and this is what it looks like. This is really what it looks like in daylight. You can see like there is like a safety net right here, but there's like an amusement park, an underground salt mine. It's enormous, you all. It is enormous. Okay, it is, and it's really quite fascinating, all of it. Oh, you all, let me come over here and let me get this. We can look at this, you all, because there is, yeah, let's get this. Hello there, Susan B. Honey, you all, we can put this right here. So we've got this. This is what it looks like in different angles and stuff like this. It is, look at that. A salt mine is massive, totally massive. We're going to see the Hydra. Okay, there's tunnels all through this salt mine, is what there are. Gina, don't do that. All through the salt mine. So I'm going to quit talking about the salt mine, and I'm going to show you this video. Gina, honey, you got this. I got my mouth open. Let's see what this Hydra. First, let's look at the mythical. Can we look at the mythical being the mythical, but I don't think it's mythical, the mythical Hydra. Okay, the mythical Hydra. Mythical, M-Y-T-H-I, mythical. C-A-L, Hydra. Hydra. Let's look at it. Let's go see what it looks like. We can do it. Okay, so you know the Hydra's got big heads and stuff like that. So they got all different types of images. But does Hydra have tentacles? See, with it, this right here, it's like a big old snake. You ever? Okay. Oh wait, you all. Wait. Okay, this is what happened. Okay, let's talk about this. So, now, I mean, let's look at this. Lord of the Rings, and the Hydra that gets Frodo. I think it's Frodo. Let's see if we can get an image of it. No, it won't let us get it. But anyhow, well, I'm not going to show that because it got some scary things. But anyhow, in that one of the videos of that, the sea creature, the being, it looked like a great big tentacle came up out of the water with the big old mouth on it, and it grabbed Frodo, I think it was Frodo, and started pulling him in, and they had to go into the water. Let's see, look at this. 10 creatures from Greek mythology. This is the Hydra. Looked like a big old snake mouth and everything, you all. Right here. So we've got this. I'm going to get to it. And now we're going to, so this is the mythical Hydra. Some say it exists. See, look at these right here. And if you think about the other type of Hydras that you can find in a fish tank, okay, the Hydras in the fish tank, we're going to show you. And you know, Hydra fish tank. It's fish tank. Fish tank. Fish tank. Hydra. Okay, we can see it. Let's see if we pull it up, you all. We want to see. I hope I got this on here. Okay, this is what a Hydra looks like in the fish tank. And I've done a video on this before. They can reach their little tentacles. They can expand so far in the fish tanks. And, you know, they look at their tentacles right here. Okay. And I'm not sure about the salt water. I'm sure they can survive in salt water if they so desired. Now let's get back to this. Put this back to me. We're gonna watch this. So this is the salt mine right here. And I want you all to look at, where's my picture? I'm going to point out the Hydra. So if we look right down here, this is the areas we're going to look at right here. These right here, they're coming from the side along the ledge. Okay, they're coming from the ledge, okay, above this amusement park. Right here in Romania, right here. It looked like a big clockwork, but we already seen it's like an amusement park, gigantic in the Romania, in the salt mine. And these great big things, they're not ropes, okay? They are tentacles of the Hydra. They come out and they move and they extend themselves over to here. We never could figure out exactly what they were doing. Maybe they were getting energy or something from it, but it was so wild, you all. We stumbled upon that. I want to make sure. Are they showing this, you all? I'm not thinking that they're showing this screen. Are they? Because sometimes I'm getting on here and they're not showing my video. I'm pushing the button on my screen and they're not letting you see the share the screen where I'm trying to explain it. Okay, they're not letting you. See, I'm pushing it and they're taking it. I'm pushing the share the screen and somebody's messing with my OBS. Okay, they are. So, right here, this Hydra. This is the amusement park. Stop messing with my stuff. It's not nice. This is the amusement park in the salt mine. And these things right here, where the arrow is pointing, they're on the ledge all around the salt mine. And they're alive. They're alive. They are living. They are intelligent beings. And they extend themselves out over. I don't know if they extend way down in here, but it seems like they were getting energy from it. And they're Hydras. I want you all to look at it if we can do that. Yeah. But there's nothing to be scary about, but we're going to look at some of this footage that we were documenting. Let's make sure. I'm going to push that button and make sure it's on just the screen. I got to wait a minute, you all, because I pushed it. I'm going to wait till I see myself. Okay. I want you all to see this. I'm going to pause this one music. I'm going to pause the music on here so you don't hear it. I'm going to turn it off and go back to the screen right here. I want to show you this footage. So this one is like only one right here. And it's not ropes at all. It's not. They took this camera down and they changed the view so we couldn't document it. Watch it. Oh my gosh. And I don't think eels. Let me put this back to me. I think the best way for us to view this, view this is on here. So let me put it on here. That way I can zoom up on the very area that I want you all to focus on. I can literally zoom up on it, and that's what I want to do. And I should have done it first and foremost, but I didn't. That's okay. We got it now. Hello. Okay. I know I am not supposed to get on here. I told you I was not going to get on here. Okay, I've turned myself off. Right here, I want to zoom up. Let's get to the one area. Right here, look at them. Right here. Just making them big, you all. This is the Hydra. Can you all hear me? I hope you can't hear any other noise. This is the Hydra. I want to make it really big. I want to make it so you can see it. They are reaching out on the ledge. It's not a rope. It's not rope dangling or anything, you all. Please look at this. Okay, you don't hear nothing else, you all? Okay, you don't hear no double. This is real. They took down the webcam when we first showed it. It is like nothing. See how it's extending out into there? And I can't use no pointer or nothing, but you can see it. It's literally... I think we thought that it was trying to get energy or something from that area. Okay, I'm sorry, you all. Thank you. But if you've read anything about hydras in the fish tanks, they can grow, or they can extend themselves up like that little stretchy hand, that sticky hand that kids would play with, and it just like stretch for a long time. This is... It was like they had like a mouth or something at the end. There's something at the tip of them. It is a hydra in the salt mine of Romania. That's what we figured it out. Because somebody said, well, it's ropes. No, ropes don't do this. Ropes don't do this because it's literally, it's trying to wiggle itself like a snake, okay, like the end of a like a tentacle. It's trying to wiggle itself up there. If it hasn't already got up there, I don't know where we're at in the video, to kind of get up there to where that one is. And, yeah. I think there is. I think there's gigantic hydras that live in the salt mines, not just in Romania, but probably all around the world. And, you know, I think every country has salt mines. I think this video actually got us in trouble, too. It did. But, you know, this is a life form, okay? It is. And how did the life form get in the salt mine, okay? It's not a mythical creature. And Hercules battled... I can put myself... where am I at on here, you all? I can put myself on here so you all can see me. I'll do it. Let me get myself on here. And Hercules, he battled the Hydra. He did. He battled the Hydra, and he defeated it. Okay, I think this is it. They got lots of tentacles, is what they got. Lots of heads. But this one right here, you see the one right next to it, the longest one, is the first one to reach wherever it is reaching, right there. And then that one is trying to come up to the side. You can type in the Hydra. I'm not going to leave the screen right now. Okay, I'm not. I'm going to try to focus on what it is. They said it was a Greek mythical creature, but it's not mythical. They're living. And there are hydras, aquatic-like hydras in aquariums, fish tanks, and all of that kind of stuff. Just picture a big, I don't know. like octopus or something, you all. Why is this doing that? Okay, see, okay, the one is trying to wrap itself around the longer one, okay, and I think I can't remember if they unwind or something. It's been a long time since I look at it, because when it unwinds, it unwinds like a spiral, and I can't remember if that's what it's getting ready to do here, but it's not a rope or anything like that. It's a creature. It is. It's not a human being. Okay. It could be classy. You see, it keeps extending itself further and further. It could be an alien life form. I guess you could say that it could be reaching into that area and see. Okay, what did I just do? I tried to zoom up on that area in my video. Let me see, you all. We got to look at it. Okay, there it is. I wanted to try to find the points where they join together. See, now it's moved to this side over here. And it's trying to extend like a snake. You know, you ever see a snake wiggle in something? They wiggle like that too, but this is like a great big tentacle-like thing. It's so hard to explain. It is. And we went back so many times trying to see if they would let us see. See, look at it. It's growing. It's extending itself, okay, is what it's doing. Yeah. You can't make my screen bigger? Well, I think this is pretty big right now. Do you got that on your cell phone? Because if you got it on your cell phone, you can see some lines. Even if you got it on a cell phone over here on the corner, moving like right, boom, right there you are. Let me show you that. You see them wiggling around. Look at them. They're trying to, this one is trying to make it up there to where the other one is at. It's trying to extend itself and reach up there, is what it's trying to do. I just want to see something. Okay, we got a chat rate of 12. Okay. And yeah, there's another one moving above them. The main thing we were focusing on is the long, skinny one. See, that other one just like disappeared. I don't know where it went. I think it totally pulled back from that area. I wouldn't think that it would be a great big bionic arm, because that area, this ain't like, we're not talking 10 feet. We're not talking that this thing is extending itself out 10 feet. No, I think it's around 100 feet or 200 or 300 feet or something like that. You can see something over on the very corner trying to extend itself out. Also, try to get up there and meet with that one, y'all. Let's see what we got going. Okay. Okay, look at this one. Okay. It's trying to. And you know they're not skinny. They're not skinny. Okay, they're probably, how big would they be? Wonder if they're about as big as a barrel. You know how the width of a regular barrel? What if they're about that type of a width? They could be. They'd be enormous. They could swallow up anything if they wanted. But what are they? What do they eat? Really, what do they eat in the salt mines? Sea worms. Well, this area right here. Let me pause you. Let me pause this right here. This area. If we can find Selena, this area right here. It's enormous. Okay, if there's sea worms, there's no water above this area. There's no water above this area right here. Okay, there isn't. These hydras, you see this ledge right here? These hydras are along this ledge right here is where they're at. All along the ledge. You can see it right here. Look how high this goes up. Okay, it goes up pretty high. So these hydras are way up here, way above it, right along the ledge. They're coming off the ledge, and down there is the water, way down there. And they're literally, they are moving their bodies all the way up here. They're probably reaching their bodies all the way down into here. Can you see how long a big a drop that would be? If they are reaching their bodies all the way from here, way down into there, that's very massive. It's real massive, you all. Extremely massive. Let's get this back in. Oh man, it started us back over at the very beginning. That's okay. We can look at it still. I want to try to get some more movement on here. I hope that took us to wherever. Okay, yeah. Okay, we got 3 of them in a row. Let's look at these 3 right here. 3 of them. The one looks kind of like staying on the side, but look at this one coming up from behind. Actually, there's 2 from behind at the top. Look at them. But I'm thinking something now. We couldn't really get a clear view of these hydras, but let me just say this. Looking at these right now, could they possibly be, you know, those things that we see, like I say, there's the UFOs, these life form or whatever it is, UFOs, they have the ability to line up and cross the whole breadth of the sun. And they look like this right here. They do. They line themselves up in a row, and they can line up in 2s, 4s. They can be like around 8 of them in a row. What if, I don't like to think of this, you all, what if this is them also down here in the salt mine too? Beings like that. Okay, what if it is? Because this thing is like wiggling like a snake, but what if they are down in the salt mines, the UFOs, and what if it looks like a Hydra by its movement, but it really isn't a Hydra? What if it is a whole bunch of those UFOs or life forms lined up in a big old row getting energy from way down there? Okay, do they have to have energy, these UFOs? Well, now this is really it's really interesting. Let me look at this. See if I can come over here, and if I could find an image of them, because I've put them on here before, how they line up on here. If I can find it, I'm going to show you. I'm going to find it. And you all, I like to focus on the UFOs. I really do, because it is important. There are UFOs. There's all types of UFOs out there. And I want to show the picture that I've showed before, if I can find it on my screen. Okay, I found it. Okay, now look at this. This is coming from a solar flare right here. They call this a particle event right here. Particle event. These are not particles. Okay, look how these are all lined up. Okay, these are like UFOs or some type of a being, not of this world being, but you can see they're in lines, and that would indicate that they are intelligent. Okay, they're intelligent. They can line up like that, just like this. See how they kind of look wiggly or something like that? Let's see, and you can see some here. See, they can curve around. They can be seen going across the breadth of the sun at times. And these right here, they're also the same thing. And you can see that they are lined up like a 1, 2, 3. You have one that's by itself, 1, 2. Okay, and you can have some that is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can same thing with this. Okay, same thing with this. This is, they called it a particle event, but these are coming out of the sun. These things right here, they kind of look like some of the objects coming out of the solar flares, the portals in the sun too. They do, but look how numerous these are right here. What if it's not a Hydra down there in that salt mine? What if it's a whole bunch of these attached together? What if it is, you all? Because I know that they could wiggle. Okay, now. And what if in these salt mines, they need the energy from there? Because you know we got them. This is the enormous salt mine, and it's got all these lights and stuff in it. It does lights everywhere. It's a great big amusement park and all of that. There's so many lights all over this place, you all, in Romania. See the people. So let me put this back to me right here. Okay, back to me. And let's see if we can get back to where we were. Okay, we are. What if these could be them too? Could you think that an extraterrestrial alien life could live in the salt mines? Could you think, do you think that that would be a good place for them to live, to hide out away from everyone else? Nobody would go into the salt mines. Would that be, it's because they're reaching toward this stuff. I know this might sound really weird, but looking at them and looking at what came out, they called a particle event, what came out of the sun, and how those UFOs have the ability to line themselves up, or these life forms like that. And you see it, look at it moving. You know those little magnetic balls that you can play with? Magnetic balls, and you can line them all up. Something like that. I know that sounds... It sounds weird. Because at first I thought, it looked like the Hydra because it extends itself and it wiggles like that, but they're getting energy from down there. And you have the ones that are on the sun, like this. They get energy from the sun too. And they can line up like that. They can. You see them right here. They line up and they curve and stuff like that. It's what they do. I don't know, you all. I sure hope that they have to come somewhere when they come out of the sun, okay? They can't just stay up there in the sun, and they can't just fly around the sky all day long. They can't. I think the salt mines would make a wonderful place for them to hide out. Look at this, you all. Come on. And looking at this, I think it's more plausible that this would be... This could be those that came out of the sun, whatever type of life form they are. And they're getting energy inside that salt mine. So look how perfectly straight they are. I wonder if we can... Let's try to stretch... If I can stretch that out. I wanted to try... I've tried so hard to get a really close-up of it to see. Okay. You can see close up. There's little things that are literally attached to one another. It's like a big roll of them, and they're moving like that. And they're feeding. They're bound to be feeding. Let me get myself out of the way. They're bound to be feeding off of this area. They're getting energy. They're getting energy, you all. Susan, honey, yeah. Yes, lengthening. Lengthening. I think it's them. I think it's the ones from the sun, whatever type of a life form they are. I am about speechless thinking that. I really am. Because it does make sense that they would have somewhere on the earth where no one would know they were there. And they changed that camera. They changed the view of the camera. After I started doing this video, I think we got it 2 nights in a row. Boom, there was no more documenting this area. Yeah. Let's, for those who may not have also seen what I'm talking about some of these UFOs. I got this on me. Yeah, you all can still watch it. I guess you can still watch it. I wanted to see if I can find at least some kind of screenshot of well, here's what I'm talking about right here. These right here, can you all see this? Please tell me you can see this right here. You see these right here? They come in and out of the sun all the time. Right here. They do. You can find them every single day on NASA's products. They're coming and going. And they are either a life form or a type of UFO, but they're intelligent regardless of whatever they are, and they're not human. Okay, they're not human. Okay, they're not. I really do think that now that I'm looking at this, put this back to me, I really think that, I made this too big, you all. I think that, I think it's them. I really do. I think it's them right here in the salt mine. And I apologize for calling them a Hydra. I think that is them in the salt mines. That is where they're staying when they're not coming out of the sun, and they got free energy. They got free energy underground. And again, I think it's them right here. They come in and go out of the sun, just like these right here. They can literally stretch all the way across the whole entire breadth of the sun. And I think you can see these flying around the sky individually, and they light up. I think they do. Let me put this back to me. Every time I do that, I mess this up. I am so sorry. I really am. That's okay. We're going to get back to it. See, we got it right here. I'm moving this around, you all. Yes. Michael Gentry, Henry, you're say Hydras. Because they're reaching. There's no reason why these right here should be reaching toward this light. These light, all the energy, because that's where it looks like they're all reaching toward it. And maybe they're refueling or something like that, you all. Maybe they're getting their energy and stuff from it. Okay, because they clearly are. You can see it right here. They're tapping into it. And you know, they've often, scientists have often thought about how would alien life forms, what conditions would they need, you know, comparable to their home world? And could they find those conditions on Earth? Could they? So I can call it a Hydra, but I think it's the ones from the sun. I do. And they act in unison. Is dark, wet, salty, but it's not wet down here. They're not. They're at the top. They're at the top of the salt mine, reaching down, way down into Where all the electricity's at is what they're doing. They're reaching where the electricity is. Okay, that's what they're doing. Otherwise, I don't think they would come up out of the water. I don't. I really don't. They're reaching down into the free energy. Maybe that's how they feed. Okay, maybe that's how they feed. So the title of this video might sound a tad bit off. It's a different. It's a alien life form. And what do you call them? What can you call them? What kind of name could you give them? They're certainly not particles that flew out of the sun during a solar event, a particle event. No, they're living and they're intelligent. They know how to literally line themselves up and extend themselves and shorten themselves too. They know what they're doing. Okay, they know exactly what they're doing up here in this area. Yeah. Yeah, they are, Esteban. They're reaching forward toward the light. Yeah, I think of myself as in the way. They need it. And the sun is the light. They come out of the sun, and the sun is the light that they come out of. So that it would make sense. You got to have another light source to attach to or get energy from. You do. Yeah. Oh, do we got somebody who's yeah. Yeah, please Gina honey. Please be polite. Yeah, that's right. And follow the community guidelines in the comment section, or your comments don't make it. Okay, we can call it a Hydra. But could the sun have Hydras? Could these... I don't know. And if this is like one and the same that came out of the sun, if the sun is truly like a big ball of fire, which I don't really think it is, I do not mean any disrespect at all. I don't to any of these life forms, whether they be, I don't know, AI or, I don't know. There's so much we don't know. There really is so much we don't know, but somebody knows. And if we were to pause this, they really do look like they got a little bitty, but they're not tiny. Okay, they're not, but they look like they're connected. That's what they look like. They're getting the energy. Let's see where we're at in this video. Oh yeah, this is what's going to happen. They're going to twirl around. They're going to twirl around, and then they'll twirl around and break away from the light. That's what they're going to do. You're going to see it. And it happens fast is what happens. One goes. Oh, there it goes. I think did it go, or is it going yet? I'm waiting for it to go, because that's what I remember. They twirl around and then retract once they do whatever. It's quite mesmerizing. Okay, there it goes. Go on, go on. It's twirling around, and boom, that one's gone. Okay, that's how it got out from there. Okay, that one. See, you just see what that just did? It's literally, it's moving itself on here. It's intelligent. Okay, there comes another one. It's twirling down, it's retracting, and it's going back. And I don't know what happens to this one. I can't remember if this one twirls around and retracts or not. I can't remember. Yeah. So, you all, that's okay, you all. Sometimes you'll see comments in here that don't fit. So, you all, now I've got two schools of thought, two frame of thought. There it goes. This is a Hydra. It extends itself like a Hydra. And now the other thought is, I think it might be what's coming out of the sun too, since the sun is like a source of light, energy, plasma. Plasma is light. Okay, we got high efficiency plasma lights. Okay, we do. And maybe these are getting the energy from here. So two different things. It could be you. My eye is itching. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not going to be going. Okay, I'm going to have to be getting off of here, you all. So I've got to think about this one. I really do, because okay, there it goes. There it goes, you all. Come on. I know it's just come on. You want to get off of there. I know you do, because you're wiggling all over the place. Come on now. What? I don't see. It's like it's retracting. Wow. Retract. That's what it just did. AI, well, it could be an intelligent life form like that, but they stretched themselves out toward the light, is what they did. Just like that, you can see them right here. Stretch themselves completely out. It's either tentacles of a Hydra that literally can stretch and stretch, but they're not in the water. They're on the ledge, and down there below is a great big hundreds of feet below, and it looks like they're extending toward the light, is what it looks like they're doing. So it could be those right here too. They could be these right here that can be seen at the sun, and which is really these right here also. Whoopsie, Gina, you got to get that back to me. It could be those two. It could be one and the same. It's not human. Okay, it's not. It's not human at all. It's some type of a life form that living in the salt mines or hiding in the salt mines. It's a safe place. Maybe they were told that they could reside there. Probably they were told that this will be a safe place for this life form down here in the salt mines, away from human population and away from, and nobody would know that they're there. Okay, because you know what? They're there. Okay, and we can't see them on the camera no more because they stopped the camera to where we couldn't watch and document anymore. That's what they did. So I'm going to go, you all. Thank you all so much. And you know, I don't know, is it like a Hydra, or is it those life forms or beings or ships or whatever? Well, they're intelligent regardless whether they're a life form or a ship coming out of the sun. Okay. Something's going on. Okay, it is. And there's no way they should have shut down that camera. If this was nothing, they would have had nothing to hide, nothing at all. But I think this is something very, very important. I really do. Yeah. So with that being said, you all, I'm going to go. And thank you so much for being on here. And thank you, moderators. And hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. That's not human. It's not. It's an intelligent life form. And where did it come from? Where did it come from? Because it's not a rope dangling, and they're reaching out toward a source of energy, a source of light. Have a wonderful evening.